Ooh. Oh.
Are you here to play? Others came here once. They built these walls. They played alone. They bored me. Now they're gone. And instead, we have you. We are curious whether you swim with the current or fight against it as they did.
Whoa. Whoa. This is so cool.
4 to 6 days later.
Hello everybody, my name is PJ, and I'm the Dorky Gamer, and welcome back to Subnautica! We came really far, went really deep, and we found this guy. Just swimming around here. A big-ass Leviathan. Like, the biggest one that we've seen.
Usually passive behavioral patterns in nearby predators. Reason unknown.
Oh. Oh.
Unlike other alien facilities, scans indicate this location supports a diverse and healthy ecosystem. Explanation unclear at this time.
My headphones again. Oh, can I not scan you? Ooh. Oh, man. Ooh. You're so cool. Oh. Can we scan these vents? We've already scanned vents before. Aquarium pipe pump access point. Aquarium pipe access point, an access point to the alien piping system transporting...
Scans indicate the water here is rich with a rare, plankton-like life form which depends on the organic detritus produced by the ecosystem around it.
An access point to the alien piping system transporting water to and from the containment facility. Peepers are using the pipe network to travel to and from the surface. Well, that explains a lot. But the vents that we saw... Hi, Stalker. Are you nice too? You are.
The plant life in this area is growing outside its normal conditions. Other life forms fertilizing and pruning the vegetation may be offsetting this environmental deficit.
Oh, okay. Ooh, what's up here? Ooh. Oh. This just must be a way out of here. With the prawn suit. We'll come check that out later. Huh. This is cool. Is there anything else that we can find in here? Any other little secrets? I will sniff them out. Oh, no secret. Ooh, wait. Oh. Oh, follow the pipe. Just like they did in Jurassic Park. Cave bush. Ooh, I'm stuck. Oh, God. All right, well, let's see. Ooh. We got some eggs. Sea Emperor eggs. The Sea Emperor eggs. 1. Shell. Uncommonly strong shell lining. Organic growth on the exterior suggests these eggs may be hundreds or thousands of years old. Wow. Oh. Hello. 2. Alien tubes. Alien devices penetrate the outer shell layer, likely designed to supply them with nutrients and to isolate them from the surrounding environment. 3. Amniotic sac. Like many eggs on 4546b, these do not contain a nutrient supply, which is slowly exhausted by the embryo. Instead, they exist in a form of natural stasis, awaiting appropriate hatching conditions. 4. Fetal organism. There is a high genetic match between these organisms and the Leviathan in the vicinity. They appear to be stable and healthy. It is likely that ideal hatching conditions for the eggs vary considerably from ideal survival conditions for the parent. Incubator. Hatching enzymes. The Emperor's specimen's eggs are attached to some form of incubator. In a normal life cycle, it seems likely that sea emperors would have buried their eggs in shallower waters, where different organic materials in the soil would have triggered a hatching response. The incubator suggests the aliens had restored to developing artificial hatching enzymes, which would simulate the egg's natural hatching environment, but were unable to discover the formula. I need oxygen. Whoa. Hello. With extensive information on the sea emperors themselves, it may still be possible to fabricate an artificial hatching enzyme using indigenous ingredients. However, the only surviving source of that information may be the sea emperor itself. Ooh, alright. Can I turn this on? Yep, that's what that is.
My young need to hatch, to play outside this place. We have been here so long. The others built a passage to reach the world outside. I asked them for this freedom, but they could not hear me. If you help us, I will give you freely what the others tried in vain to take.
Oh, okay. Oh. You're so cool. And friendly. I love that. Do we have a thingy? No. There are no ion cubes. Crap. Okay, what's this say? Incubator. Insert hatching enzyme. Ooh.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Okay. Ooh, is that a secret down there too? Ooh, yeah, it was. Oh, God. Okay. It's just a scuttle bug. It's fine. Everything's fine. Ooh. A tiny little cave system. I mean, the aliens went through a lot of work to keep this Leviathan alive. A real hard job. Okay, where was that? Was it over there? Hello, yes, you're so adorable and cute and cool. Oh! Was it over here? Yep, there you are. Oh god. Yeah, whee! Do 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 do. Here we go. Can we go through this with this prawn? That's the question. Ooh. We sure can. I didn't jump in water. These are some big ass steps. Were the aliens that big? I mean, that would make sense with how big everything is. All right. Oh, wait, we should turn on that other... teleporter real quick. Since we found an ion cube. Where is it? No, not that way. This way. Oh! Wow, this is... Ooh. 1,600 meters deep. That... wow.
With the passage you have opened, my young can leave this place. But first they must feel the time is right and break free of their shells. This is what the others could not force from me. To you, I give the secret willingly.
Oh. Oh.
New blueprint acquired.
Hatching enzymes. Oh. A databank entry. The Sea Emperor's life cycle. Available biological data has been used to synthesize the effects of the alien bacterium on the Sea Emperor's natural life cycle. This creature likely lived and moved in small herds around the planet's ocean trenches, coming to the surface to feed off the huge volumes of microorganisms in these shallower waters. Family size would be strictly limited by available food supply. Offspring would likely split off at a young age to form their own herds elsewhere. Given their sparse population, mating and egg laying was likely infrequent, perhaps a once-in-a-lifetime event. The species likely had a preferred environment for egg laying. In fact, successful hatching may depend on such conditions. Given the rarity of this event, it is impossible to calculate those conditions precisely. There is no evidence to support the assumption that all members of the species were immune from the alien bacterium. Even if this is so, there is evidence that introduction of the bacterium decimated life on the planet, and this would have had catastrophic events on the Emperor's food supply and survival rate. The symbiotic relationship between this specimen and other life forms likely developed as a direct result of the bacterial infection. Those life forms which learned to keep the Emperor alive survived with its help. This may explain the vast tracts of lifeless ocean in a rough perimeter around the Emperor's location. I mean, it would make sense that the Sea Emperor doesn't... Oh, hi. Oh, are you gonna go sit? Is that why? I got close to your eggs. I'm not ready. I need to go make this hatching enzyme for you. But the Sea Emperor is huge. It's probably why there's only just the one. It's so sad. But it's alright. We're gonna hatch your babies. Alright, so what exactly are the ingredients?
Calorie intake recommended.
Okay, I'll go get some food. So, ghostweed seed. Oh, don't we have one of those extra? Bulb bush sample, fungal sample, sea crown seed, and eye stalk seed. Okay. I do remember the teleporters here. A couple of them. Where's Big Poppy? Oh, okay. I guess we were just close to where we didn't see the icon. Okay, whew. But anyway, the teleporters here, I think if I remember correctly, one of them brought us to the bulb zone. Yeah, right there. Ghostweed seed. We have 2 repulsion cannons? Okay. I don't remember making one. Or was one from a... one might have been from a time capsule. Now that I think about it, I think that's where it's
Vital
from.
signs stabilizing.
Mmm, delicious. Okay, let's see if I was right. I think I remember that correctly. Oh shit. Wee. Okay. Let's see if I was right. Okay, yeah. This is... what is it? The big mushrooms. Okay, so... Can we take a sample of that? Oh, ooh. A fungal sample. Indigenous flora contains fungal enzymes.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Oh. Okay, where was that? Right there. Oh, crap. Oof! Oops, sorry. Sorry, cuttlefish. Sorry. Or scuttlebug? Scuttlebug, yeah. Sorry. I'm stuck. Okay, there we go. Whee! It looks like the aliens, though, might have been on the right track. Even though they weren't able to figure out how to hatch the eggs. Well, let's see where... I don't remember where this one went, but let's see what's here. See if we're right. Oh, you're still here. Great. Okay. Yeah, there's the bulb bushes. Ooh. Gosh. Okay, let's just quickly get one of these. Yep. Get in. Okay. Okay, you're not supposed to be in here. There's no water for you. You're just like the bone shark. Just going where your heart's content. Whee! Okay, well maybe the other two doors, the teleporters, bring us to where we need to go for the other ingredients. So far it seems like the aliens were on the right track. They just didn't know the proper mixture. Whee! Oof. Very tight quarters. Okay, where's this at? Oh yeah, wait. Our little beacon. What are we looking for here? No. Oh. There we go. All right. Let's squeeze on through here. Excuse me. Sorry. Excuse me. Hee. Oh God. Ooh. Maybe I should have just walked. Oh God, no. Oh no, no, no. Whee! Wow. We're using a lot of energy. I love this exosuit. Oh, I was about to say, did our grappling arm break? But no. Oh. Oh, you ruined my fun. All right, so now we're looking for that plant. Ooh, titanium. Alright, I know there's that Leviathan over here. We've got to be very careful. There you are. Okay, what do we... Okay, we're looking for that plant. Where are you? You can't see me. You stay over there. What's that? Is that silver? Yeah. I don't think we need silver. Oh, God. Please leave me alone. I got a drill. Not afraid to use it. Where is this plant? Are we even in the right area? Is there two? Okay. Have we found that plant before? Oh, wait, what? Oh, sonic deterrent. These small alien structures are emitting high wavelength sound waves, which seem to be designed to deter indigenous life forms from approaching the larger facility. Oh, were those big cubes out in front? Okay, indigenous, flora, exploitable. What is that called? Sea crown. Sea. We did find it. Sea crown. This plant consists primarily of a large bladder-like sac containing a huge variety of bacterial species, which may enable it to break down complex compounds it draws from the root system. Shares large sections of genetic code with the membrane tree. Environment scans indicate this plant is rare to the point of extinction. Great. What's the membrane tree? Oh, wait, is that the... Yeah. Membrane tree. This entity defies neat categorization. It consists of more than one coral species working in tandem to create an insulated... Excuse me? Insulated microcosm exposed within a translucent membrane, found exclusively growing on basalt rock in the Grand Reefs. The homeostatic conditions within are considerably warmer and more dense with microbial life than the outside environment, and the bright purple fauna inside will likely die off quickly if exposed. Oh. Well, we found those plants somewhere. Oh god. Okay, good. Stay away from me. I honestly don't remember where we got them. Or not where we got them, where we found them. Well, it did talk about them being very close in resemblance to the membrane tree, so maybe we go back up to the surface. And go find out, and go look at where we found the membrane tree. That might be where we can find them. Okay, let's go do that. Let's go back up to the surface. And while we're going back up to the surface, if we find quartz, I'm going to mine that. Oh yeah, here we go.
Welcome, Captain.
Thank you.
Systems online.
Thank you. Okay, so we don't lose these. Let's plop all of that in there. Okay. You. Get off.
Powering up.
91% power, which means our geothermal, for some reason, is not working again. Okay, now it's working. That's so weird that that doesn't work sometimes. All right. There's the sea dragon again. Probably cheating as usual. We got damaged? How did we get damaged? Okay, there's our base. I know I was thinking I was adding a door. Looks like I wasn't able to finish it, so let's finish that real quick. There we go.
Warning, emergency power only. Oxygen production offline.
Weird. Why does it do that sometimes? Whatever. It's an easy fix. There we go.
Welcome Welcome aboard, Captain. Power restored. All
Okay.
primary systems online.
Okay, let's take a couple of the diamond. Let's take the magnesium. I do need magnesium. Then we'll leave the rest. Or not magnesium. Magnetite. What am I talking about? I don't know. Alright. Well, let's just continue. And keep our eyes out for quartz and that plant. Alright, well, we're about halfway back up to the surface. And no luck finding this sea crown.
Ahead slow. Rig for silent running.
Excuse me, sorry. Oops, shit.
Ahead standard. Ahead flagged. Emergency speed. Warning. Vessel calculating. Excessive noise. Deploying decoy.
Loser. Oh. Was that quartz? Maybe.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Yep, that was quartz. And then here's quartz right here. Alright, we're just gonna head back to base real quick. Drop off some quartz. And there was a couple there's like one or two things that I think I wanted to build at our base. All right, here's Casa del Dorky Gamer. Look at all those windows and glass tubes. That looks so cool. All right, let's go ahead and park Big Poppy.
Ahead slow.
Dock them so we can get some power while we're maybe taking Sir Whiskers out and finding the plant. I just don't remember where we found the plant before to scan it. Was it under our base? In that little cave system? Ooh.
Engine powering down.
Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
Thank you. All right, let's take a look down here. I think we might have found one of them down here somewhere. Oh, yes! Okay. All right. Now we can go back down to the Sea Emperor. Oh, we even planted one in here too. And look at that. There's the lava lizard. There he is. Okay, well. We've upgraded our home a little bit. I added a fish tank in here and a window on the roof. I love that. Alright, so let's drop this cuttlefish in here. Okay. And I'm trying to upgrade our building with some observatories, but we ran out of stalker teeth. How do we get stalker teeth? Instead of just waiting. Okay, let's drop off this repulsion cannon since we already have one on Big Poppy for some reason. Where's our... There it is. Grav trap. Maybe if we use this and trap a stalker with some... Like the wreckage here, and that's under the ground. That doesn't count. I can't get to that one. All right, excuse me, Monsieur Stalkers. I've got some yummy titanium for you. Here, look at that. Yeah. Where'd you go? Right there you are. Oh no, don't come after me. Okay, can this work? Hee. Now this is fishing in the future. Can you drop a tooth for me, please? That would be very nice. Oh. You grabbed them anyway. Oh, okay, you dropped it. Can you bite it again? Oh. Maybe if I leave it on for a little bit. I don't need that many stalker teeth. Just a couple. Oh. Oh. Did it actually work? Oh my god, it did. Oh. Haha. Where'd the titanium wreckage go? Okay, right there. It's still there. Ooh, okay. Alright, I'll let it stay there for a little bit and do its thing. Let's see if I can build a couple of observatories. Because we've got to have it look symmetrical, you know that?
Unless constructed with a specific research task in mind, observatories and other glass modules are imprudent for survival purposes.
Oh, okay.
Welcome
Well, I
aboard,
won't.
Captain.
Let's add some strength. There we go. That should be good enough. Wow. Maybe if I move it to a different location with maybe a few more stalkers? Or wait. Oh man, I don't think I'll be able to. Ugh. No, don't mind me. Ow. There's a couple. I wish there was a much easier way to find stalker teeth. No, those are underground too. That's very annoying. Well, this is stupid. Ooh, there's one. Give. There's another one. And another one. And of course, there's all those that are on the ground. Okay. I just noticed this. We're not losing oxygen. What's going on? All right. Symmetrical. Yeah, no, it's broken. Completely broken. Okay, then. Let's go ahead.
Warning, endorphin levels low. Consider taking a seat and meditating. It may help to remember that problems exist only where you choose to see them.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? Let's catch up on some reading. Let's read some PDA entries. We'll read about the plants. Acid mushroom, a common spore-bearing fungi species. The flesh contains a highly acidic compound which leaches into the water if the outer skin is penetrated. It is not clear which predator species necessitated such extreme countermeasures, but the acid mushroom's numbers suggest it has successfully deterred most of them. Assessment: inedible. Acid has applications in battery fabrication. Well, we do know that. Blood vine. Ooh, from the kelp forest. This species of kelp grows in sparse copses deep on the ocean floor and provides shelter for an array of distant fauna and megafauna. Survival at these depths is challenging, and the life forms which make their homes here have developed unusual coping mechanisms, including a bleaching of skin pigment, dependency on natural occurring metals and oils to adjust the temperature and pressure, and in some cases even electrical defense mechanisms. The vibrant red oils which seed from the blood vine coagulate into semi-hard pustules. The blood sac thingies, which frequently fall loose and form a vital foodstuffs for the local ecosystem, or are otherwise reabsorbed into the ground over time. Bulbo tree, a bulb-based flora which roots to the ground and sprouts turquoise leaves. Analysis suggests the sap produced by this plant is poisonous to insects. Oh. But can be harvested and consumed by humans for its high water content. Ooh. Guess we should have had that. Assessment: edible, high water content. Chinese potato plant. The Chinese potato is common throughout the China territories, where synthetic foods are still stigmatized, and there remain large tracts of arable land on which to grow fresh produce, genetically designed prior to the expansion. This plant is highly adaptable to different environments and is stable of new colonies galaxy-wide. Assessment: edible. Creep vine, a kelp species concentrated in large forests in shallow, sandy waters. Loose roots anchor the plant to the sea floor, from where it grows steadily toward the surface in pursuit of sunlight. The stem is fibrous and rich in iron, making it both a viable base material for fabrication of textiles as well as a basic foodstuff. Assessment: vital alien resource, edible. Construction applications: creep vine seeds. Mature creep vine seeds that have survived the predation of small herbivores produce these bioluminescent seed clusters, which may be knocked loose by currents or consumed and later deposited by predators. The embryo is surrounded by a thick oil and silicone layer, which would disperse into the ground as the outer skin deteriorated. This may provide the seedling with the nutrients it needs to survive the low light conditions on the seabed. Assessment: vital alien resource, construction applications, deep shroom. A discolored relative of the acid mushroom, adapted to low light conditions, considerably more acidic than its shallow dwelling cousin. It may have applications in advanced fabrication. Assessment: can be produced into hydrochloric acid, gel sac. These organic structures grow on cave walls. The purple sacs which arise from the surface contain a low density gel laced with spores. These burst from time to time, floating towards the surface and attaching onto the next rock face they encounter. While the gel sac is edible, its low density renders it an invaluable advanced construction material. Assessment: edible. Aerogel construction applications. Sulfur plant. These plants appear to serve as nests for the explosive organisms which guard them. The outer petals are undamaged by the presence of the inhabiting creature, suggesting a complex co-development. The plant has evolved to feed on nutrients and minerals deposited within it by the flesh. Sulfuric deposits on the inner leaves provide an insight into the mechanism by which the creatures explode. Assessment: sulfur has applications in construction of the repair tool. Fern plant. This specimen was first identified as an artificial grow bed on the island. It is not listed in existing flora databases, but it is unclear whether or not it is a native to this planet. Genetic code shares some features with other local plant life, but this may be the result of DNA transfusion rather than natural evolution. Oh, so that plant might not even be from this planet. That's actually pretty cool. Grub basket. An orange-colored land plant which usually contains a thick, protein-rich sludge at its base. This may suggest a carnivorous life cycle, wherein grubs and insects are attracted to the bright petals, make their way to the center of the plant, but are unable to scale back up the slick inner leaves and are ultimately digested. Oh, a carnivorous plant. Ming plant, a hardy specimen which grows on land. The vase-like trunk protects the root system from predation and self-repairs over time, explaining the characteristic cracks on the side. That's pretty cool. I like that. Pink cap. A land-based fungus species with harvestable spores, inedible. Speckled rattler. A brittle land plant containing large spores which generate a characteristic rattle when the plant is shaken. This may act to ward off predators or even encourage predation as a means of spreading the spores. Anchor pods. These unusual flora specimens have been encountered exclusively on the deep reefs. They consist of a large spherical gas-filled membrane anchored to the sea floor by its root system. At these depths, it is unlikely the structure is designed to enhance access to sunlight, but rather the pod's ability to propagate. Once the pods attain sufficient height, they burst, releasing spores which catch the currents and disperse around the local area. Blue palm. The blue palm is a common aquatic plant which thrives in shallower waters with high exposure to sunlight. Long fronds intercept light before it can reach the smaller flora on the seabed. Brine lily. These lily-like plants have evolved to take advantage of the relative density of the acidic brine pools encountered near the ocean floor to float safely to the surface. Tendril-like roots extend down into the brine, drawing essential salts and minerals from the water. Bulb bush. This aquatic species has evolved to grow in deep, sandy environments and to conserve its hydration levels against relatively extreme external temperatures. The root system can fragment the shale rock it grows on to form a deep anchor point, allowing predators to graze but not easily uproot the entire plant. This grazing will tend to dislodge parts of the plant, and each section is capable of growing into a fully formed adult plant, explaining the concentrations of bulb bushes in some parts of the world. Assessment: edible in small quantities, high water content. Cave bush, a purple luminescent species which grows well on hardy terrain away from sunlight. Drooping stinger, that's a plant? Oh, I thought it was a jellyfish. 0 photosynthetic cells detected, implies carnivorous adaptation to low light environments. 2 follicles along the tentacles are capable of detecting contact with foreign bodies, triggering an electromagnetic charge in the 600 watt range. Prey is likely paralyzed and consumed over many weeks. Oh. Prey, small fish, assessment avoid. Eye stalk, a cave-dwelling tuber dotted with luminescent photosensitive eyes. These eyes may be in some way direct the twisted growth of the stems themselves, possibly in reaction to other light sources, proximity of cave walls, or other environmental conditions. Furled papyrus. The function of the distinctive curled leaves on this aquatic plant is not immediately clear. It is possible the leaves unfurl in low light conditions, or they are designed to channel water currents through the main body of the plant, thus enhancing nutrient take-up. Gabe's feather. This plant grows almost exclusively in deeper waters, where its hand-like leaves have evolved to filter sediment from the environment. It is likely dependent on the excretions of fauna populating the waters above and around it. Ghostweed. Grows exclusively in deep waters where its pale pigmentation is visible on the fused wavelengths. Giant bulb bush. This vast plant is centuries old. While it dominates the surrounding area, a complex root system below the surface connects it with other bulb bushes in the area. Nutrient flow within this network suggests the giant bulb has adapted to feed the weaker bushes and keep the forest healthy. Oh, that's pretty cool. Redwort. A common plant adaptable to many different environments, the redwort is a staple part of the diet of many smaller herbivores. Regress shell. This specimen is composed of a complex series of regressing rings connected by tendrils. Rough cradle. A complex cave-dwelling flora specimen. The bright yellow core of this plant is protected by a rigid cage, presumably to ward off medium-sized herbivores. Spiked horngrass. While it shares a close genetic similarity with bloodgrass, this species has evolved to house its root system in rigid, horn-shaped enclosures. Spotted dockleaf. A simple aquatic plant, chemicals within the leaves act to neutralize poisons and acids found in other local specimens, thereby actively encouraging predation by herbivores, albeit in small quantities. This ensures the plant both spreads its seed but retains enough surface area on the leaves to survive itself. Tiger plant. This plant has adapted to sense fluctuations in the water up to 15 meters and is capable of both prehensile movement of its tubes, as well as the propelling of thorns at speeds up to 10 meters a second. Although capable of incapacitating small herbivores, this plant lacks carnivorous digestive organs. Would-be predators caught in its defensive perimeter serve as a warning to other herbivores not to approach. And then, as they decompose, they serve as fertilizer for the tiger plant. Assessment: avoid or incapacitate. Tree leech. Parasitic fungus-like growth found attached to other life forms. An enzyme is released by the organism which dissolves a hole in the skin of the host. Oh. From which it leaches nutrients directly. Ew. Outer tooth-lined jaw serves no identified purpose. May be used during a different stage of the organism's life cycle. Assessment: exploitable fungal enzymes. Vein nettle. A common shallow water plant which frequently shows signs of predation around the edges of the leaves. Thick, violet veins carry nutrients to the extremities of the fan, and brightly colored seeds grow around the base of the stem. Violet bew. A common luminescent plant which grows in patches on the seabed. Withering weed. Well adapted to both shallow waters and cave systems. This plant lives in symbiosis with the coral species, which forms around the base of the stems. You know what? Let's just read the creatures as well. We're pretty much almost done reading. Crimson ray. One of the largest rays on the planet, displaying genetically docile behavior. 1. Thick scaling. Scales formed on the skin protect this ray from extreme temperatures, allowing it to survive in areas unpopulated by competing scavengers. 2. Forward-mounted eye sockets suggest a predatory evolutionary history left behind long ago. Assessment: inedible. Gasopod. A slow-moving life form and one of the larger herbivores on the planet, providing a substantial meal to would-be predators. The gasopod protects its domain by filling the surrounding water with poisonous and corrosive pods, whose content dissolve even synthetic fibers. 1. Filtration system. Thick, non-reactive skin and multiple gill layers render this creature impervious to the noxious acid clouds it produces. 2. Algae gland. A bulbous sac-like appendage on the rear end, a luminescent yellow algae grows inside the sac and produces the poisonous compound. Abdominal muscles can contract, causing the algae gland to emit the noxious compound into the surrounding water. 3. Large pelvic fins, capable of powerful movement through the water when moving in small herds. 4. Behavior. Gasopods appear to be social in nature and may even use their emissions in their relationship rituals. Their audible calls are likely signifiers of nearby threats or food sources. Assessment: approach with caution. Acidic pods may be retrieved and repurposed. Ghost ray. This ray species has adapted to deep sea conditions. Its body is fully protected by a translucent skin, and its large wings are capable of generating considerable thrust. 1. Poisonous flesh. As is common for rays on 4546b, the ghost ray's flesh is inedible, making it one of the more resilient herbivores. 2. Feeding behavior. Feeds on plant matter that has settled on the ground in deep sea caverns. Assessment: inedible. Jelly ray. This species has adapted to low-light environments with a translucent, luminescent body. 1. Luminescent body. This adaptation may help to light up the surrounding area for foraging, ward away predators, and identify the organism to others of its kind. 2. Light sensitivity. Smaller creatures have been seen swimming in jelly ray's wake to keep advantage of the light source for their own ends, and the ray itself will approach light sources, perhaps mistaking them for others of its own species. Assessment: inedible. Rabbit ray. A herbivorous aquatic lifeform, rabbit rays appear to live serene and solitary lives, with few predators, a natural sense of curiosity, and awesomely poisonous flesh. 1. Ears. Twin orange appendages mounted on the head sense vibration in the water. 2. Undulating wings. Markedly similar method of transportation to that of Earth rays. Geogenetic resemblance detected, suggesting these two species independently developed similar solutions to their environmental circumstances. Evidence indicates its large side-facing eyes are relatively recent adaptations. It is likely there are related ray species in other environmental biomes on the planet. Assessment: inedible, but harmless. Sky ray. The sky ray has a bird-like head and feathered wings, which enable it to fly. Sky rays are commonly found circling floating structures and rarely venture far out to the sea. They will perch on dry land, but are prone to flee on approach. 1. Wings. Although its wings give it some resemblance on silhouette to the waterborne rays on 4546b, analysis show no greater genetic overlap with those species than the planetary average. In fact, the sky ray appears to have split off the evolutionary tree much earlier than most. 2. Diet. Largely seed-based. Sky rays have not been observed diving for food, which implies they rely on land-based plants for their survival. Bladderfish. This unusual herbivore appears to be mostly defenseless and bears little resemblance to the other life forms around it. 1. Semi-permeable bladder. The bladderfish is able to filter air and seawater into its body cavity through a unique membrane, which surrounds its spines like a bladder. This allows it to remove and consume organic particulate caught on the way and adjust its buoyancy. 2. Open-ended vascular tubing. Can be angled and contracted to pump out water and achieve low-velocity guided propulsion. That's cool. Largely oblivious to threats and particularly immobile at night. Its only identified defense mechanism is that it's composed almost entirely of water, air, and cartilage. Assessment. Edible. Oxygen may be retrieved from the bladder and added to tanks on consumption. Oh snap, that's pretty cool. Membrane has applications as a natural water filter. Boomerang. A herbivore encountered in large numbers found to frequent shallow waters and move in schools. 1. Serrated teeth. Suggests adaptation for grinding corals other herbivores are unable to digest. 2. Twin fins. Unusually, this species' two fins are cartilaginous extension of its skeleton. They are less prone to damage and provide superior propulsion, but are also harder to grow back. The bright blue tips are in fact the ends of its digestive tract. Oh, where the luminescence of the corals is consumed is most focused. Most active during daylight hours and prone to flee on approach. The boomerang can more easily be observed at night when its luminescence gives it away and it seeks the shelter of the seabed. Assessment. Edible. II. An extreme evolutionary adaptation where 90% of the life form's body mass is dedicated to the ocular cavity. 1. Oversized eyeball. Deep-set rings in the lens suggest specialization for identifying its predators in low-light environments, long before they came into attack range. 2. Undeveloped fins. Incapable of fast movement, this species is vulnerable to agile predators at close range. Shark species may have evolved hunting techniques to close on the eye unseen from above, below, or behind. This organism and common peeper share a common evolutionary ancestor. While the eye has sacrificed maneuverability, it shares and enhances its cousin's powerful eyesight. The ancestral alpha peeper may have been one of the first life forms on 4546b to develop eyesight many millions of years ago. Assessment. Edible. Low calorie count. Garyfish. Slow-moving and curious herbivore. Camouflage indicates adaptation for evasive behavior on the ocean floor. 1. Eye stalks. May be beneficial when watching for predators from hiding places amongst the coral. 2. Behavior. More active during daylight hours, but slow and docile at all times. The garyfish's survival depends on a combination of camouflage and predators who can get a more filling meal elsewhere. Assessment. Edible. Whole fish. The very small herbivore found in low numbers, often around cave system entrances, where their skin coloration blends into the background. 1. Bored out tail fin. By manipulating the size and shape of the hole in its tail, it can perform unpredictable maneuvers. 2. Size. Smaller than most herbivores, presumably due to lack of vegetation and low light environments. Assessment. Edible. Hoopfish. Small school mentality prey fish with unique method of propulsion, and a distant relative of the bladderfish. 1. Antenna. Rather than swimming, this lifeform uses the fine green antennae which encircle its body to alter the composition of the water in front of it, allowing it to sail into the low-density space created. Oh, that's pretty cool. 2. Purple-green colorization. Maybe a camouflage adaptation for mid-range light wavelengths, possibly indicating the hoopfish is more active at dawn and dusk. 3. Behavior. While schools of hoopfish will form periodically and evade predators in mass, this behavior is more social than it is defensive, and lone hoopfish are often found hunting for food and displaying generally curious behavior. Assessment. Edible. Hoverfish, a small cautious herbivore commonly found in kelp-rich environments. 1. Charged foot pads. 6 unique limb appendages feature charged pads capable of ionizing the surrounding water. The hoverfish uses this ability to maintain its position against the current as it feeds from kelp and lichen. Assessment. Edible. Magma ray. This organism is an adaptation of the common boomerang evolved to survive in high temperature environments. 1. Colorization. Dark red colorization helps this subspecies to blend into indigenous rock environments. Orange detailing resembles active lava flow, deterring more cautious predators. 2. Behavior. Marginally bolder than its shallow-dwelling cousins, the magma rain will nonetheless flee any creature larger than itself with impressive speed. Assessment: edible. Oculus. This specimen shares genetic similarities with the common peeper. While the shallows and the cave systems are separated by just a few meters of rock, foodstuffs and threats in each biome are completely different. It is possible a small school of peepers was once cut off in the caves, and the oculus species is how they adapted. 1. Highly developed night vision. Large, complex eyeballs provide the herbivore superior vision in the dark and an intense phobia of light. 2. Lack of beak. While the peeper uses its beak to break down through corals, the oculus likely feeds on the soft fungal growths of the jelly-strewn caves and thus has no need of one. 3. Separated tail fin. The caves in which the oculus lives make it hard to escape from fast predators. The oculus has adapted by splitting its tail fin into 5 separate tendrils. These tendrils prevent it from swimming as fast as its shallow water cousin, but each can be detached and regrown, enabling it to escape more easily when caught. Assessment: edible. Oh, cool. So its tail is like a lizard. That's cool. Peeper. A fast prey fish encountered in shallow waters and rich in protein. 1. Developed side-facing eyes. Capable of discerning colors, not just in shallow waters, but in a variety of lighting conditions. It is also able to close its eyelids, thus preventing light from reflecting off the lenses and rendering the peeper almost invisible to nighttime predators. 2. Powerful fins. This species has evolved powerful fins which enable rapid acceleration in still water, and the ability to leap meters into the air to avoid pursuers. 3. Beak. Likely used to break down corals and tough vegetation. An unusually large nasal cavity serves no obvious purpose and appears to be specially evolved to detect a single specific enzyme. Nothing encountered on the planet so far produces a matching odor. 4. Expulsion tubes. The tubes attached to the peeper's torso are connected directly to its stomach and gills, and appears to be designed to expel its contents on demand. Purpose unclear. While the peeper is well adapted to survive in shallow waters, a number of its features serve no discernible purpose. It would appear to be just as well suited to survive in deeper waters, and is somewhat more intelligent than the usual small herbivore. Assessment: edible. High calorie count. Further research required. Red eye. A small herbivorous creature with poor maneuverability evolved to inhabit high-temperature environments. 1. Thermal camouflage. Deep red and orange colorization enables this subspecies to blend into volcanic environments and reflect environmental thermal energy, thus rendering it almost invisible to most predators. 2. Thermal vision. Delicate light-based eyesight is impractical at these temperatures, and the red eye has developed thermal vision in its place. In this species, volcanic-dominant edible plant matter and potential predators are the coldest entities in range. Assessment: edible, low calorie count. Reginald. A small herbivore and a distant relative of the common peeper, sharing that species' well-developed side-facing eyes, approximate size, and body profile. 1. Colorization. Dull green colorization for deep water camouflage. Luminescent tail colorization, likely part of matching behavior. 2. Diet. Filters algae and other plant material from the water via 4 gill-like forward-facing orifices. Assessment: edible, high calorie count. Spadefish. A medium-sized herbivore found in deep waters. 1. Single eye. Observing swimming near to the seabed from where it can keep its one eye on predators in the water above it. 2. Mottled green colorization. Commonly encountered in plant-rich environments, the spadefish is well adapted to hide amongst the vegetation. 3. Behavior. Spadefish tend to move in loose shoals and despite their low speed will take necessary measures to avoid confirmed predators. Assessment: edible. Amoeboid. A simple non-sentient organism found attached to land with high levels of fossilized organic matter. It feeds on this matter until it reaches maturity, at which point it divides to create 2 new, genetically identical offspring, and the cycle continues. Bleeder. A simple parasitic organism, little more complex than the common space tick, but just as dirty. 1. Ductile sac. Used for collection of digestion of blood drawn from host creatures. 2. Jaw, rows of teeth and mandibles used to attach to the skin of its victims. 3. Behavior. The bleeder's low speed and poor defenses suggest they have evolved primarily as carrion feeders, but they are also prone to target large living creatures, which are less likely to notice and take action against this parasite. Assessment. Inconvenient and unhygienic. Avoid or incapacitate. Blood crawler. An agile territorial scavenger that moves in packs across the seabed, closely related to the amphibious cave crawler, but adapted to deep sea conditions. 1. Legs. The greatest difference between the crawlers on 4546b are the 4 legs, which extend more than a meter from the blood crawler's torso, allowing it to move at surprising speed across the seabed and even to scale walls. 2. Torso. The blood crawler can lower its entire body to bring its mandibles within grasping distance of the carrion on which it feeds, while retaining the maneuverability it requires to avoid its predators. Assessment. Necessary waste recycler. Avoid or incapacitate. Cave crawler. Agile territorial carrion feeder, well adapted to both land and sea. 1. Gas exchange membrane. Absorbs essential gases from the air or water for basic bodily regulation. 2. Mandibles. This species seeks out corpses in packs before defending its claim while the corpse is devoured. Assessment. Necessary waste recycler. Avoid or incapacitate. Floater. 2 species living in symbiosis, which attach to and attempt to feed to any objects they come into contact with. 1. Dominant life form. The pink main body and intersection jaw is the dominant creature. Once attached to an organism or other suitable surface, it will attempt to leach nutrients in order to grow. 2. Microorganism membrane. The outer gel-like substance is a mesh of microorganisms capable of forming a sealed vacuum around the creature's jaws. 3. Helium buffer. A thin layer of helium is stored within the outer membrane, providing buoyancy to the floater and anything it is attached to. Assessment. May aid in flotation of sunken objects. Rock grub. A small, luminescent scavenger roughly thumb-sized. This creature may be a distant relative to the sand shark, sharing that species' unusual limbs, segmented exoskeleton, and burrowing behavior. 1. Jaw. Its circular set of teeth is designed to tear up clumps of coral and seagrass caught on the rocks. 2. Limbs. 5 legs, 2 arms, and a large flipper allow the rock grub to cling to and walk across rock faces in search of food, and swiftly swim to safely when under attack. 3. Green luminescence. Glowing green in the dark would seem like a poor survival strategy, but this adaptation may be a mating behavior and other specialized processes, engaged in by only a fraction of the total population at any one time, or perhaps being eaten and simply part of the rock grub's life cycle. Assessment. Harmless. Shuttlebug, a common scavenger at the base of the food chain. 1. Mouthparts. Small enough to be of little threat to most organisms. This creature is clearly adapted to feed on the waste products of the ecosystem around it. 2. 3 mandibles. Used to orient themselves when drifting and to filter through detritus on cave floors. 3 legs. High strength muscles can propel the life form great distances through the water, as well as ambulating them across the seafloor. Assessment. Necessary waste recycler. Presence may indicate nearby cave systems. Whew. All right. Let's go drop off some resources real quick. Oh, they grew up. Look at that. Okay, what was I gonna do? I don't remember. Oh yeah, we're gonna drop off some stalker teeth, and that's it. Okay, so we got all the ingredients for the hatching enzyme. Okay.
Welcome aboard, Captain.
But instead of driving all the way back down there, I think
Powering up.
we should take the shortcut at the enforcement platform. That way, it's just quicker.
Ahead standard.
Okay. And we know that that enforcement platform has a big moon pool. So, Big Papi should be able to fit in there. We're just going to use the sonar here so we can track any possible reapers that are going to be over here. Oh, right there it is.
Ahead slow.
So we're gonna go slow. Just so we can hopefully avoid the Reaper. Oh, there it is. Oh, it looks so cool at the nighttime. Look at all those lights. That's so cool. Yeah, we're gonna continue to go slow. I don't want to risk anything. Whoa, wait, what? Is that teleporter on now? It is. Where does that teleporter take us? Oh, let's park Big Papi in here. Oh, that's weird. Oh, is that why? Oh. That's a weird little glitch. Alright, well, let's just lower us here. Alright, that should be better. Yeah, there we go. Alright. Oh. We need the resources. We need to make the enzyme. That way, when we take the shortcut, we'll have what we need. Yes, okay. Resources, advanced materials, hatching enzymes. Ooh. Okay. Ew, I took our gloves off. Look at our hands. Ew. We should bring our suit just to be on the safe side. Ew, that's so gross. It's kind of cool, though. Let's go see where this takes us. Oop. Whee! Oh, that's a much cooler shortcut. Okay. Hello, Sea Emperor. I got what you require. Oh my god. Look how adorable they are. Aww. They're so adorable. Go see your mommy. Aww. Oh, that's so adorable. Oh no.
My young are swimming for the shallows. I thank you. Their freedom is my end. What will it be like, I wonder, to go to sleep and never wake up? Perhaps next we meet, I will be an ocean current, carrying seeds to a new land. Or a creature so small, it sees the gaps between the grains of sand. Farewell, friend.
Oh. That's so sad. What'd they leave behind? Oh, Enzyme 42.